Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Indie Film Cafe DVD Hall. I'm your host, Jonathan Moody. I'm here with
A very thirsty Paul Presenza, otherwise known as the Moo Cow, trying to get some Coke Zero open.
yes, we love our Cokes, and he is drinking it from the bottle. All
Since I
right.
left my glass, since I had to get somewhere upstairs.
Well, I mean, you could have grabbed another one, but all right.
I mean, only if you were in a kitchen. I mean,
But it's not like anybody else is going to,
That's what I figured.
nobody.
I would turn this video off right now if that happened. That's like savage.
What the hell is that noise? All right. Anyway,
The dog is moving bag.
the dog is moving the bags. We got a lot of dogs here. We got Rocky is in my lap. He's like, why are you picking me up like that? And we got Ushi and Geronimo, which you will hopefully not see.
Uh,
All right.
but
So
you'll feel their presence.
you'll feel their presence. They're here, whether you like it or not. All right, ready?
By the way, I'm John Ward. I'm the third person here.
That's right. Oh my God.
Anybody was
Sorry. Just in case anybody missed it, John Ward is
the
here.
irascible.
Otherwise known as the Holy Cow.
That's true.
No.
He's the moo cow and the holy cow. I'm just no cow. No cow. All right. So
That's because you're from North California.
I was from Southern California. I was living in Southern California.
So you're the SoCal.
I'm the SoCal. No, because that sounds too much like a certain person's former studio.
Oh,
Yeah.
geez.
Yeah. All right, moving on. So next, I'm going to go first. John goes next, and Paul goes last. So here we go. I'm going to start off with the four film collection of these films. One is Atonement. Another is Pride and Prejudice. Another is Jane Eyre, and another is Elizabeth.
Oh yeah, those are all decent. Is that the Jane Eyre with Mia Wasikowski in it?
Yep.
That was a really good film.
Oh, I see they're all period pieces.
Yeah.
Hmm?
John's on his period.
Oh,
They're
I'm
all
sorry, that's a
they're all period pieces.
do all of them have Judi Dench in them? Because
probably.
Judi Dench
That's
in Pride and Prejudice
Dame
and
Judi
Jane
Dench.
Eyre.
Thank you.
Was she also in Atonement? No.
But that Jane Eyre, that version of Jane Eyre is really, really good. Well done.
Yeah, there's no other than two movies having Judi Dench in them. I don't think there's any other,
Well, unfortunately, there won't be any more Maggie Smith films. That's a shame.
Oh,
I know.
rest in peace, Maggie. We miss you.
She was awesome.
I just watched her in Gosford Park.
Mm-hmm.
She was wonderful. She was always wonderful. Everything she's ever done, I just love her. She makes a movie good, even if it's not that good.
Yep.
All right, next is Nick and Nora's Infinite Playbook. A playlist. I'm
Man.
sorry. Michael Cera and Kat Dennings. Oh, I have a huge crush on Kat Dennings. I love
Michael
her.
She's a hottie.
Definitely your generation. You guys love him.
No, yeah, well, you
I
said
can't
you like
understand.
me. Yeah. I think he's hilarious. I don't know.
And who's the actor in that?
Michael Cera.
Okay, I'm gonna remember that.
Why? Why do you remember that?
Because, well, I can't. I could be getting this wrong.
And
Yes.
then what?
No, go on.
And then there's what's it? Jay Baruchel's in it as well. If I love, I think he's great.
Oh, okay. There's another person to remember. Okay.
Okay. So then after that is a little movie called Life as a House with Kevin Kline and
Yeah.
Kristen Scott Thomas
I
and
remember it.
Hayden Christensen, Jenna Malone. Oh, huge crush on her too. I have a huge crush on a lot of these girls. See these.
Kristen Scott Thompson was really one of my favorites.
She was also, I think, was she also in Gosford Park?
Yes.
See, I like her, but I don't love her. Like I don't.
No crush on Christian.
I
No crush on
have a
Christian?
crush on her, but I'm not like I don't follow her.
No, Christian Hayden.
I love
Hayden
Hayden
Christensen. Oh, what?
I said I loved her in The English Patient, but yeah, everybody hates Hayden Christensen.
Yeah.
No, we like
No,
Christian. No, we
I
like
like
Christian
Hayden.
Hayden
I
now.
like Hayden. All right.
He got a bad rap.
I'm hating on Hayden.
He's hating on Hayden.
He
All
was excellent in Shattered Glass. He was very good in that.
right.
A film produced by Tom Cruise.
So these are 10 episodes of He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. I remember telling you I never actually had any of these. So I bought them. I think these are the 1980 ones, but Mill Creek put them out.
This is the one where the guy has the bigger boobs than the girl.
We did.
As long as it doesn't say Kevin Smith on it, you're okay.
We did. These are no, the original 80 ones. They had. We did Masters of the Universe for Hollywood Knockbusters, and I realized it actually did better than its budget. So it maybe shouldn't have been a Hollywood blockbuster. I think I counted it because it was just a kind of badly panned movie.
Rocky's all over the place.
I know Rocky just wants to. Well, he wants to get in your lap and stuff. I have to control him. All right, next is Cuba Gooding Jr. and Ed Harrison, Radio.
Yeah.
I think I have this somewhere, but I just
No. Just a no on that one. No.
Is this before Cuba Gooding Jr. went completely downhill, or just?
Or it was about the time he was going
Yeah, it was
downhill.
right
I
about
think.
the time.
It's Oscar bait. He plays Rain Man, basically.
Yeah, it was that one of those movies like Rudy,
Mhm.
where they
Oh
were
my God,
trying-
Rudy's a big no also.
Yeah, they were trying to make something where they were trying to make a football
Tearjerker.
movie into a tearjerker. Yeah, which
I'm a fat kid who wants to play football.
yeah.
Fuck off, Sharanson.
Next is the
Participation trophy.
Winona Ryder's Little Women.
That was good too. I enjoyed that.
That's Greta Gerwig, I think, isn't it?
What?
Greta Gerwig.
Yeah, no, this is the original one with Gabriel Byrne and
Well, not the original, because there's even a black and white one.
well, this the one I've known sort of as a kid.
No, that's a good one.
This is a good one, yeah. Yeah, it's pretty good. So anyway, that's the 1994, I think,
Mhm.
or so. Like 1990, yeah, 94. Perfect. Next after that is a movie called Stardust. I saw it at the library, and it had Claire Danes, Michelle Pfeiffer, and Robert De Niro. So I figured, why not? It's Matthew Vaughn, so it doesn't look like a Matthew Vaughn movie necessarily, but
Oh, that's right. Yeah, it's based off of I think a comic
It's funny.
Yeah.
It's the thing when
or young reader.
movies with those big names, and yet I'd never heard of it.
yeah, never heard of it. I think it just kind of fell under the radar or whatever.
It's meant to be a series, and it bombed.
Yeah. All right, next is Finding Forrester.
Saw that in the theater.
Yeah, I liked it. I thought it was cute.
All right.
It was a cute story.
Kind of man.
I need to do a movie that's Oscar bait. I
There you
need to
go.
play a white English teacher
Right,
that helps a
find
young,
me-
unprivileged black man.
Find me a good young black man to play.
Speaking of black men, bucket list.
That's a fun movie. That one's
Yeah, it's
okay.
a fun movie. It's cute. Morgan Freeman and Jack Nicholson. Wow. So they did the Jack Nicholson, Morgan Freeman thing where they put the names, we've talked about this where the agents make a deal that okay, fine. Morgan Freeman will be first in front, but his name will have to be second. And Jack Nicholson will be next to him, and name will be, because when you look at it, you're like, that's not Jack Nicholson and Morgan Freeman. That's Morgan.
That is a deal
Freeman
that
and
is
Jack
made.
Nicholson.
Yeah.
And last on my first group is a movie called Urban Task Force.
Ooh, wow.
You'll see that there's a trend with that because there's something in the second pile. All right.
I bet that's a pile.
All right. A pile. Yes, it's a sure pile. All right. Your turn.
All right, we are starting off with zombies. And
My favorite.
And so we have Plaga Zombie Mutant Zone from Fangoria International. So I think this is Spanish.
Nice.
And
Yeah,
it actually has 3 movies on it.
Okay.
So it's the double disc set contains 2 movies, 2 blood splattering zombie features. So it has disc 1 as Plaga Zombies Mutant Zone, and then disc 2 just has Plaga Zombie.
Okay.
So I guess you get parts 1 and part 2. So yeah, I'm not sure if I really. Oh no, yeah. Oh yeah, because they're on their own disc. Because it just said that. So I don't know why I'm questioning it. But excited about that one. Zombies are always good. And
Yeah.
now this is why I was saying, who's in that movie, Jonathan? Because I got probably my second favorite End of the World movie right here, and that's This Is the End.
Yeah. It's got Jay Baruchel and Michael Cera and
Who Mindy Kaling says if she doesn't fuck Michael Cera tonight, she'll kill herself, which is one of the best lines, the best scenes in the whole movie. So
Mindy Kaling is welcome to him.
Hater.
I know. He doesn't like Hayden
Right?
Christensen. He doesn't like Mindy Kaling. I mean,
I'm not a fan
Michael
of Mindy
Cera.
Kaling anymore, but
I'm not.
she's funny in this.
I liked her in that. I liked her in a few things back in the
I
day.
liked her in The Office.
Yeah, she was good in The Office, and then when she started getting her own shows and stuff, like just no.
I
didn't like
could
the
do a
Mindy
whole
Crime.
video on why I dislike her, so we'll leave it right there.
Yeah, that was the one you didn't like for sure.
Yeah, fucking
Moving on.
moving on. And now we're gonna see for the next three movies a little bit of a similarity. So I don't care what people say. I like the guy. Good director, good actor, good producer. I don't give a shit. I've liked him since The Road Warrior, and that's Mel Gibson in Bloodfather.
Bloodfather.
So yeah, I like the guy. I don't care. So
I mean, look, there's a lot of people that I think are stupid and because of their, shouting out their opinions and shit like that. I still like their movie.
So yeah, I mean,
You
you
know.
got to separate the person from the art. Mostly his art has been pretty good. It's just that he's kind of an asshole, especially when he's drunk.
Yeah.
yeah.
I'll never not watch The Road Warrior.
I mean,
You know.
if he came up to me and asked me to be in a film of his, I'd say hell yeah.
Right. Because you'll be like, you were in Gallipoli.
If I had a chance to interview him, I would say hell yeah. Would I want to
Oh,
work?
I would love to interview him.
I don't know that I want to work for him,
What do you mean work?
as in be paid by him to do something.
But if you were acting in something, you'd be paid to do something.
Not necessarily by him. There's a difference.
So you wouldn't want to be his assistant or something?
Or his employee, basically.
I wouldn't mind being his employee. I don't give a fuck. As long as if he starts acting crazy, I would tell him, dude, I can't work for you anymore. But like, I wouldn't shut him out. I'd want fucking jobs. I'm sorry. I look out for myself like that.
Jonathan's ready to work.
Yes, Mel Gibson, hire me. I'll
Hire
work
him.
with you. I'll be your assistant. I don't give a fuck. I'll get you your coffee.
Hey, what happened with Fury Road and Furiosa, both really underperforming, especially Furiosa. I still got my fingers crossed for Mel Gibson returning to Mad Max.
I don't know that you can say that Fury Road underproduced. I mean, that did.
It did. It became bigger when it got released, like on video and streaming and stuff, but it did underperform.
I'm surprised that it got as much good press as it did because it's considered a genre film and they usually don't, but both of them were really, really good.
I enjoyed both, but I still wish Mel Gibson was in Fury Road.
Well, they got to tie him up. They got to finish his narrative.
So, and then, like I said, we're kind of following a thing. So now we have one of my favorite actors' sons in a movie with Mel Gibson, and his son is actually one of my favorite actors too, and that's Cole Hauser and Mel Gibson in Panama.
Wait a minute, Cole Hauser, who's his father?
Wingshauser.
Wingshauser is his father? Really?
Wingshauser had a kid?
Really?
Yeah, this is his son.
Oh my God. Cole Hauser is such a better actor. Oh my God.
I figured he was always drunk. When did he get the time?
We've always seen bad movies with Wingshauser.
Well, there's a reason.
I love Wingshauser, so don't say anything.
Oh, we love him. It's just reasons.
I think I have No Safe Haven is like right here, I think.
The man was in like every B movie from the 80s.
Yeah.
Was he in Get Even? He was in Get Even, yeah.
Yeah, there he is right there.
What was that?
Don't they look alike?
Not really. I wouldn't have Hauser, I didn't even think I don't even know why that didn't even never came to my head, but because I've seen him in wasn't he in Good Will Hunting or something like that? Some really good movies from the 90s,
He's been in some very good films. He's on Yellowstone. He's one of the mains on Yellowstone. So yeah, he's and then of course Mel Gibson produced Paparazzi that he's the star of.
There you go. That's why they got him back.
So and then following Cole Hauser, we have The Cave,
The Cave,
which is like The Descent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just Hollywood wise, you know.
Yeah, Hollywood was like, "Oh, Descent did well. Let me,
Let's do it only with a budget.
Yeah.
Now we got The Cave. And we have another zombie. This is one of this guy's best movies. A lot of people don't even know of this film. I think it's great, and that's Maggie with Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, Schwarzenegger. I remember that. I never bought it though, but I will.
Yeah.
I've heard it was good. I never saw it.
Yeah, he's very good in it, and yeah, he's just dealing with his daughter that's slowly turning
Especially
into a
since
zombie.
what I remember hearing is that he's not playing the normal Schwarzenegger kind of character.
Yeah, they show him on the back here sitting with a gun, and that's and that's because it's the zombie apocalypse. So but they kind of make him look like
And he's
tough
back
guy
he's
Schwarzenegger.
But from what I understand, he's not dropping stupid one-liners and doing the traditional thing that he usually does.
He doesn't say "I'll be back."
Right? Yeah, none of that.
No, you'll be dead, and then he shoots a zombie.
Yeah.
And then Jonathan. Yeah. And Jonathan had his TV show, right? You show the TV show?
I don't think so.
Yeah, you did. You did the cartoon.
Oh, cartoon. I did He-Man, yeah.
Oh, yeah, He-Man. So then I'm doing one, which is Wise Guy.
Nice.
The complete first season with Ken Wall, who was the soldier in James Glickenhaus's film, The Soldier, which is I've mentioned it to you a few times.
Soldier.
Is that a movie about a soldier?
I mean, that's what he said. It's a movie about a soldier. It's called.
Well, it's The Soldier. So, but it's an excellent movie. So, and with an excellent director, James Glickenhaus. So we got that. And I was a fan of this when it came out. So I was happy to find it. I think it was Goodwill. This is one that my buddy Philip OGP recommends, and that is the Lucky Number 11.
I've heard of it. Yeah, I think I even have it somewhere, but I don't. Yeah.
Yeah, he's mentioned it so many times. It's like, okay, so I got to pick it up. I haven't watched it yet, but I've heard it's good. And Josh Hartnett's had his kind of revival, and he's I think the main guy in this.
Yeah, so. I don't know Josh Hartnett.
This one I solely got on its cover, Hazmat.
Hazmat. I've seen I've seen that cover. I don't know if I've ever bought it.
I've seen it as well. I never bought it.
Yeah,
it's a porn type thing to me.
Yeah, I got it solely based on the cover, and and it has a slip cover. So we'll see. And then this one I did a reviews after midnight on, and that's The Dark.
Okay, yeah, that's right. I remember we posted.
Yeah. So it's got Richard, which I've always thought this was Richard Jekyll, but it's actually an H, Richard Heckel. And William Devane. It's got Kathy Lee Crosby and Casey Kasem.
Casey Kasem.
Yeah, that's he shot weird beams from his eyes or something, as I recall.
Yeah, it was meant to be one film and it ended up being another. And it's John Bud Carlos who did all those early Charles Band movies.
Yeah, so, I saw that not so much when it came out, but it came out at a time when I was watching HBO, and that used to be on HBO all the time.
Oh, I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, when you watch this, it has a massive. It also has that Keenan Wayne, which is the old guy that's in a ton of stuff. He gets his feet eaten by the piranhas and the original Piranha, and it's got a whole bunch of people on
Keenan
it.
Ivory Wayans or
no?
Who are you talking about?
What? How old do you think that guy is? No, Keenan Wynn.
Oh,
this old guy, right?
Wayans.
This old guy right here.
Okay,
he's in a ton of movies from the 70s but yeah, this guy, the director of this, also did Kingdom of the Spiders.
Yep, which is
that's the only one that I'm missing from him. So it's just expensive because it's one of those boutique movies now. But that's it. That's my first 10.
All right. So Paul's up.
All right. So the first 5 is stuff that I pretty much got either Dollar Tree or Big Lots. First one in a slipcover box. So like you, I kind of got it based on that. And it is On the Third Day,
On the third day.
Don't know
No
much.
idea, but I like that cover.
Yeah, it looks really cool.
Looks interesting, and the back looks interesting too. Some kind of demon thing.
Look, back if you can see it.
Okay. Okay.
Next is a Dollar Tree sci-fi movie called Capsule.
Capsule.
Oh, don't know. Okay.
Next one you might know because it's from the Maneater series, and
Oh,
it
yeah.
is Wyvern.
I've done this. I think I did this with
Oh, I think I got that one. Yeah.
Liz Fletcher.
Okay. Next, we got your boy Kane Hodder in BTK.
BTK.
Oh, nice.
I've seen this. It was pretty good. He's so creepy because, like, nobody gives Kane Hodder a chance to really act. So I was glad. I think this was, yeah, Michael Pfeiffer did this. And Michael Pfeiffer did a lot of those, like, BTK or like Dahmer, type serial killer movies. And he gave Kane Hodder the chance to actually act and to show like a different side, it's a different side to him, which I think really helped him as an actor.
And then finally, for this first part, I have Big Box of Horror. This is part one. I think part two is in another haul, but it's got a number of movies, all of which I have individually. But it's got Daughter of Darkness, it's got Zombies versus Strippers, it's got The Last Man on Earth, it's got I Eat Your Skin, and it's got Destined to Be Ingested, which is a weird ass movie.
Mm.
Yeah, there is a second disc to that.
Yeah, I have that too.
Now we're going to get into more interesting stuff.
Oh boy.
This
Uh-oh,
one
for Paul.
is known for being both wackadoodle, insane, grotesque, disgusting, and stinky. And it's a movie called 555.
Oh, I know of it, but yeah, I've never seen it.
Know it, you know it. It's it's an over-the-top splatterfest.
Nice.
Next is a wackadoodle foreign film called My Darling Aswan, which is about that head that deattaches itself and flies around with the guts. It's a Indonesian vampire.
Okay,
And he falls in love with her because that's what you do.
of course.
Next is a Midnight Movies double feature with Motel Hell and Deranged, both of which
That's a good one.
I know a Motel Hell.
Oh yeah,
I don't think I've ever watched it though, but it's off my
Oh,
list.
Motel Hell is awesome.
classic.
I know, I just haven't watched it yet.
Next is one of Moody's movies that he got me into, and that's Drop Dead Roses.
Drop Dead Roses. Yay. Drop Dead Roses we did for Indie Film Cafe last season, I think.
Yeah.
Or whatever. We did that with Tina Kraus. I remember that because she didn't think it was bad, but it's a pretty good movie. It's got like Brian O'Halloran in it and from Dante from Clerks, and it's got a few it's stuff in it. It's a good movie.
It's part of
It's
the Kevin Smith verse.
No, well, it's not.
Sort
It's
of.
not. And it's not even produced by him or
Well, no,
had
but to
anything to
me
do
it
with
is
him.
just because,
Well, it's got somebody that, that's in the View Askew movies.
yeah.
But other than that, it isn't like that. And his character, I mean, is very Dante. Like, he's just a schlub who ends up falling in love with the girl. But the cool thing is, the idea of it is that these people will do revenge for you, right? So they'll go and give you like dead roses and a card that you give to like a person you want to dump, or you don't want in your life or whatever like that. But then the problem is he falls in love with one of the girls that
As
that
you
he's
do.
that he's doing that to and stuff.
And then finally, a movie you guys both might know, and it turns out I have this both on DVD now and Blu-ray, and that is Killer Joe.
Killer Joe,
It's actually
Oh,
a
I've heard that's good.
Matthew McConaughey.
Emil Hirsch, Juno Temple, Gina Gershon, and Thomas Hayden Church.
Yep. So that's my first 10.
Is that like a Western? It looks like a Western.
It's more like a Western noir mashup.
Cool. Oh, kind of like Dead Man?
Kind of.
Okay. All right.
Gritty, though. A lot grittier.
A lot grittier. Okay. The Dead Man? Jesus. All right. All right. My next 10. This is going by quicker, than we expected.
That's what she said.
All right. So next is Steve Martin in the Pink Panther remake.
Oh, God.
Oh.
Bad, but for $1,
As much as I love Steve Martin,
Yeah,
Should
he's
have
the
known
Peter.
better.
What is it? Peter Sellers?
Yeah, no, Peter Sellers owns that role.
All right. So, The Truth About Cats and Dogs, the rom-com.
That is a very Jonathan Moody movie.
Yes,
It's
I like my
cute.
rom-coms. I like my cute rom-coms. I enjoy them. Now, a not so Jonathan Moody movie is Sleepers.
That's a
Yeah.
good one.
It's a great movie. I remember
Good director.
yeah. Who directed it? Barry Levinson.
Yep.
Yep. And then another film I've been
Now that I love.
yeah. Well, you like Kenneth Branagh,
I
right?
do.
So Much Ado About Nothing, the Kenneth Branagh version.
Speaking of Kristen Scott Thomas.
Yeah, it's got Kristen Scott Thomas.
Speaking of Keanu Reeves doing Shakespeare.
Or Michael Keaton, Robert Sean Leonard.
And that was the only thing. As much as I love me some Keanu Reeves, that was the only issue I had with that film. His what do you call it? His dialect or his accent just didn't work.
I haven't seen
Yo, Romeo. Yo, Romeo.
Dude.
Dude, Romeo.
Yeah, Bromeo. That's
Bromeo.
Romeo.
Gotta make that movie.
That's funny. Bromeo and Juliet.
I'd watch that.
All right. Another movie, it's directed by Jennifer Lynch. That's David Lynch's daughter. It's called Surveillance.
Mhm.
I don't
Okay.
know much about it, but I'll buy it that Jennifer Lynch made, and it's got a pretty good cast, I believe. It's got Julia Ormond, Bill Pullman, and Belle James.
Poor Bill Pullman.
Trailer looks okay.
Why poor Bill Pullman?
Didn't he die?
No, Bill Paxton died.
I thought Bill Pullman died as well.
No, he didn't.
No, just his career.
Huh.
Yeah, no, he didn't. I looked him up recently. He was alive, unless he just died yesterday. But
No.
No, he didn't die.
Next,
And his career is just fine.
into my B movies and stuff. Those were all my like more Hollywood stuff. Next is a movie called Cutthroat Alley. That looks
I got that one.
Slasher.
Yeah, it looks like a slasher, but it's got Mac 10, Busy Bone.
It's
and
urban.
it's an urban slasher.
Yeah.
I don't think it's gonna be as bad as Axel.
Yo.
You know. Next is a movie that my friend made, Cross the Line, Albert J. Alley's movie. He directed with Michael J. Arbro. I don't know how to say his name. But it's got Tina Kraus.
Yay.
So we love her. And it's not a horror film, it's a like a cop movie. So
She played a cop?
yeah, she plays a cop.
That's
See?
awesome. Yay.
Yeah. So Tina Kraus is a cop.
I'll
You
watch
wanna-
anything.
Really? Nice.
It's called Cross the Line. And it says, once you cross the line, you can't go back. No, you can't. So speaking of the other movie that I did, the Urban Task Force, we got Hip Hop Task Force.
Dear.
Oh, are they related?
No, just by title only. But like they weren't made by the same people or anything. I think just one person made whatever one went first. The other person said, I want to make something just similar." Yeah, right.
Like vampires and werewolves.
No, I think weren't they made by the same people?
Were they?
I think so. I know the guy who made Vampires also made Zombies.
Oh dear. Of course he did.
We're gonna do Vampires at some point on it.
I've seen them all. They're all not good.
So then I actually asked Brigg Stevens if she could send me one of her movies that I heard about, and it was Brigg Stevens' Tales of Horror.
Yay, Brent Stevens.
Yeah, she signed
Nice.
it.
Love Brink.
So it was very sweet that she signed it. She sent me all these goodies too. It comes with like a bunch of
sweet.
stuff. So
Yeah, she's a
bunch of
sweetheart.
goodies. Yeah.
Sweet.
So, for the price, I'm not gonna say what it was, but for the price, it was worth it. And last but definitely not least, this is my favorite of the whole group. Got this from eBay, and it is Redneck Zombies.
Oh God.
Got that one. Trauma.
Watch that. You hate zombies and you hate rednecks.
Actually, I like this movie.
I
I've seen
cannot believe it.
I've seen this years ago. It's a trauma movie.
Right.
I'm friends with the director, Pericles, and I'm also Bishop at Bishop, who worked on it. I'm good friends with him too. I've had them on my radio show. I like movies. This is a comedy. I like zombies. Like I like movies that are comedy, zombie comedies. Like I like those.
Zombie
Shaun
comic.
of the Dead, stuff like that. I don't like the ones that take themselves so seriously and there's
Oh, see, those are the ones I like. I don't, unless it's Shaun of the Dead or the quality of Shaun of the Dead. I do own Redneck Zombies because it was like $1. But
it's what cost me a little bit more,
I
but
take my zombie films very seriously. Yeah.
and as you pointed out before, it also comes with a soundtrack
Mhm.
to it too.
Well, it's definitely a trauma film. Let's put it that way.
And it's something I want to put on my list for Indie Film Cafe. So I figured I'd buy it because I own it somewhere in our collection, and I'm not going to go dig through that.
I don't think we should show that one to Just Jen.
I don't think she liked that one.
No.
We just tortured her with another one, another movie. All right, John, you're next.
All right, so we are going to start with something that is kind of Area 51, but it's called Area 407.
Okay.
And I think it's a found footage alien film. The plane crash was just the beginning,
Mm.
and there's like a creature that's trying to attack these people. So and it's got the clear box I like, but I hate when they don't do anything inside it.
Yeah. No, what's the
And,
point of having the clear box
yeah,
if you're not going
waste
to
of
put
time.
something behind there? Yeah. Otherwise,
So I have brought Philip up a couple times, and he is a huge Thomas Jane fan, or as I call him, Tom Jane. And this is one that he has brought up on his channel a few times, even as a little clip of it that he plays. That while he's live, if somebody says it's vamp time, he plays the little clip. So I happen to find it at Zia Records. He says this film is awful, but I want to see it, and it's Slayers.
Slayers. Oh, I've heard about that. I
Yeah,
think
so
I've seen
it,
that somewhere.
oh, and it has Abigail Breslin in it, who was also in Maggie with Schwarzenegger.
I like Abigail.
So it's yeah, I guess it's like their version of like John Carpenter's Vampires
Why would anyone want to
with
make?
with an S at the end, not a Z.
Why would
So
anybody want to remake John Carpenter's Vampires?
not saying remake, saying it's like. I guess it's
Well, I
supposed to be
mean,
like
why
that.
would anybody want to rip
Well,
off that movie?
the only reason I would think of is because the book he made that off of, John Stakely's book, really was kind of a better book. So maybe somebody tried to follow the book better.
I don't know. We'll see.
Um, and here we have everybody's favorite shooter, Alec Baldwin in The Shadow.
Yeah, that's not necessarily everybody's favorite, but
Um,
honestly, it's so funny because if I'm correct, Alec Baldwin would do Trump, if I'm correct, right? For
yeah, Saturday Night Live. Yeah,
Saturday
it
Night
was like
Live.
perfect. Yeah.
It was perfect. Now they got a new guy playing him. I saw the opening to the newest season 50. They've made 50 seasons so far of that show, and they're still going.
See, if they can do it, we can do it.
I don't know. I don't know if we can do 50. But yeah, so anyway, they made what is it? What's his name? Some other guy, I guess one of the regulars who is on Saturday Night Live. Now he's doing Trump, and I was like, this is the worst Trump I've ever seen anybody do. I'm like, bring back Alec Baldwin. I know he shot someone, but like, bring it back.
Allegedly.
Well, yeah, we have to say allegedly. I mean, he did shoot her. Like, there's no doubt that he shot her, but he
Still
did.
best to say allegedly.
How do you?
Not that it matters. I've said a
I
ton
mean,
of
He
shit.
didn't think it was going to actually shoot.
He didn't. Yeah, like he didn't plan to murder her. He thought it was a blank.
It was an accident.
No, he didn't do it. The gun did it.
I mean, all right.
The gun wrangler did it.
So,
The
yeah.
gun, the gun chick
But
who knew, and she was also was it she was also what is that thing she wasn't
She wasn't
union.
stale.
She wasn't union.
No.
And she got brought in, and she should be the one who gets arrested for that because that was her job.
well, she's won. She's already been convicted and everything.
Okay, good. Okay, I thought she wasn't for some
Yeah,
reason.
because they found all this other stuff,
Well,
like all these other
remember,
videos that she did.
Baldwin
That
wasn't in trouble because he was the actor doing it. He was in trouble because
Who's the
he was the
producer?
producer who should have known better than to hire somebody like that.
well, and he lied. I mean, he sat there and said like I never pulled the trigger, I never did, all this
How you
stuff,
not pull the trigger now? A gun go. Now you pull the
and
trigger.
if he was just honest and just because if you remember for like The Crow with Brandon Lee, nobody was arrested. Nobody
Right.
went to jail because it was an accident.
Yeah.
In fact, the actor who accidentally shot BrandonLee committed suicide later because he couldn't get it out of his head.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's but to go back to The Shadow, I've been searching for this for a while because I wanted to pick it up at the same time as The Phantom with Billy Zane, but it's only full frame, which sucks.
That's
They never released a widescreen version of this movie.
Only
And
the shadow knows. Why?
so yeah,
Only the
I
shadow.
guess so. So that's very disappointing, but I still wanted it for my superhero collection. This is one I think both of you guys will love, and that's Frailty.
Oh yeah. I love that
Yeah,
movie.
I've seen.
Speaking of Bill Paxton, so
Yeah,
and Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah, Matthew McConaughey.
that was a good movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. So love that. This is the film. I have no proof of this at all, but I am pretty certain this is the movie that made John Cusack go direct to video, and that's Shanghai. Like if you look him up on IMDb, it seems that the films he made before Shanghai were theater, and then after Shanghai, it was direct to video.
Got shanghaied, huh?
Oh.
Yeah, he got Shanghaied. So it's I have no idea if that's true or not. It's just something that I noticed. If it's got Chow Yun Fat in it, you can't go wrong there. But yeah, so
And
I picked it up because of that.
Chew your fat.
And then Alita Battle Angel,
Oh yeah.
that's Rob Rodriguez, right?
Yep.
directed by Rod Rodriguez, produced by James Cameron.
Yeah. I mean,
So
I've heard pretty good things about that. I like Rodriguez directing stuff, and I remember there was one movie. I don't know if it was that one, but he did one movie. He uh took off like he got screwed because he wanted somebody to code. I don't know if it was since it wasn't Sin City. I know had Frank Miller co-direct. But he had a problem with the DGA because
that
he
was from Dusk Till Dawn.
no. They had problems with DGA for that, but like this one he had problems with because he had
Oh no, Sin City was also Tarantino because they wouldn't allow him to do guest star, like guest
I think
director.
also the problem was Frank Miller wasn't DGA, but he also had a problem, I think, with this one too. Like the DGA gets really mad at Rob Rodriguez, I think, for a lot of stuff. But
Yeah, I don't remember hearing anything about this one. I know there's other few where he's because he's solo on this.
okay.
So but it's got like Christoph Waltz in it. It's got Jennifer Connelly, Jackie, Earl Haley. So it's got some good people in it. I've never seen
Earl
it.
Haley after he did Nightmare on Elm Street, the fucking piece of shit movie.
Well, we can't blame him for that. He was a good choice. But
He chose to do it. He read the script. He saw the makeup. He didn't say, "Hey, don't put me in that makeup." I mean, I'm sorry. I don't care if money speaks, man.
my
That
God, you're rude.
awful.
You're a horrible human being.
I like J. Earl Haley normally in most things, but was hated him. I hated him.
And the massacre of Wakanda Forever are just right up there with each other.
Massacre one that was now if you talk to Joe Turk, I think he liked that movie. I was not a big fan.
I turned it off in 10 minutes.
I had no interest. I never looked at it.
It's garbage. So this is a double feature. It's got a slide box on it, so it comes out like that. Carlito's Way Crime Saga Collection.
Nice.
Basically got it because of Carlito's Way because of Brian De Palma. Carlito's Way I watched. I still think it's a good movie.
I want to get the Arrow 4K eventually.
Yeah, it'd probably look good. This is the franchise collection. There's only 2 movies and it's a franchise. Carlito's Way Rise of Power is garbage. Wow.
No, yeah,
It's a prequel, but it does star Mario Van Peebles, so I can't complain about that.
Oh, there you go. No wonder.
That's John. The reason John got it.
There's and then the reason why it's
Well, that was the double whammy for me. So
Harsh.
harsh,
Did
but
you hear
real.
that, John?
what?
The hater. You just said it's stumped because of Mario Van Peebles.
The whole movie.
Oh no, it made
Mario Van
it better because of Mario Van Peebles. Otherwise, I would have turned it off probably. And then
Mario Van Peebles.
I know.
I love my Mario, and then Marvin. And then this is a collection, Morella's Blood Flood, a triple avalanche of horror, an all-night terror rama, and I think this is Fred Olin Ray because I think it's retrosploitation.
Nice. So he put it out, or he did all the movies?
No, I think he just brought it out. But it has Grave of the Vampire from 1974 with William Smith, Boris Karloff and House of Evil 1968. That's one of his Mexico movies, and Guru the Mad Monk from 1970.
Yeah.
Andy
Mulligan.
Mulligan.
We're doing that on Indie Film Cafe. It's terrible. But Grave of the Vampire, that I think that's William Smith's either first film or it's a very, very early film, and you barely even notice that that's who it is. But he looks so young.
Yeah, I remember liking it, but reading the description of it, I'm like, oh God, I don't remember that at all, I guess. But yeah, because the disc says, retro media, not retrosploitation, retro media. Retro media entertainment. So it's a Fred Olin Ray.
What? Yeah, Guru the Monk might be Andy Milligan's worst film. It's pretty bad.
And then we have, speaking of serial killers, Masters of Murder collection. Okay. So this has it's got Dahmer with what's his face who played Hawkeye.
Oh, James.
Huh?
James Renner?
Yeah. That's before he was known.
Jeremy Renner.
Jeremy Renner. Yeah, this is what's got him known.
Yeah.
Gacy, just simply Gacy, with the guy who steals Pee Wee Herman's bike as Gacy.
The fat guy from Pee Wee?
Huh?
The fat guy from Pee Wee? I forgot his name. Scott something or whatever.
I don't know his name, but it's the guy who steals Pee Wee Herman's bike from Pee Wee's Big Adventure. And then it has which has one of the worst audio commentaries I've ever heard. Two friends of mine made a movie. Their producer on it was a hack, and she produced this and did audio commentary and started stating laws that were in effect, that were put into effect because of Gacy, and they weren't. She was absolutely and completely wrong because she's a complete, well, I don't want to say, she's a complete idiot. So it's one of the worst I've ever heard. And a friend of mine consulted on it too. There's also Ted Bundy, which is one of the best Ted Bundy movies, and Ed Gein. And that's the one with Stephen Railsback.
You might want to pause and go check that out.
Yeah, hey, I gotta go check something real quick. You guys talk for a second.
Chat.
I'll continue showing this because it has many things to look
at.
So.
I always want to like Steve Railsback, and yet I don't know. I never seem to like any of the movies he's in. And I know he's on X-Files, and I wanted to like that episode too, but I just didn't. I don't know what it is about him.
He's a weird guy. He's really good in the Stuntman, if you've seen that. And Brad Sykes did that film Plaguers that he's in, but he's just a weird guy.
Yeah, there's just something off about him, and I don't know what it is.
Yeah. So, but this one is really nice because it's got like a textured box on it, like a slipcase. So I think it was like $12 for all of them, but I wanted to pick this up for a while, but I've never found it with a slipcase. So should I continue to my last one?
Yeah, I was going to say there's a lot of slipcases coming out these days. I don't know if you've noticed that, but
I'm glad about that because I love slipcases.
3 of mine are already in slipcases, which was just nice to be able to get them cheap.
There's nothing. I
Okay.
thought there might have been something that fell, but I think it was just the dog making weird noise with their thing. But we were worried. But this other dog was
Yeah, it
upstairs.
sounded like broken glass.
Yeah, but it wasn't. Well, I didn't see any broken glass. But there is some. I didn't see it.
Well, I got bare feet, so that's why I worry.
Yeah.
And then my last one here is the 4 film favorites Ocean collection. So it's got all 3 Oceans movies plus the original Rat Pack version.
Nice.
So Ocean's 11, Ocean's 12, Ocean's 13, and then the original Ocean's 11, which I absolutely love because I love the Rat Pack beyond belief. Frank Sinatra is the greatest singer to ever grace this planet.
Nice, the Rat Pack and the Monkeys. What if they did a movie together? Rat Pack and the Rat Pack Monkeys.
Yeah,
they're all mostly dead. But
Yeah,
you know,
well, I'm
that's
saying if there had been one, you would
Yeah.
have gone crazy.
maybe very
All
possible.
of
Yeah,
them are
but if
dead.
you notice, there is one Ocean's movie that's missing from here. There should be 5, but there's
Well,
only
the
4.
Ocean Girls movie.
Gee, I guess I'll buy that the same day I buy Ghostbusters 2016.
Ah,
Oh, that which is never.
yeah.
So, and there we go. That's my second stack.
Miss
Jack.
Okay. Mrs. Oceans.
All right, so my first one is from Dollar Tree, and it is Boa. What is it? Boa
Versus Python.
Python. Yeah.
Oh, love that one.
You
Yeah,
know,
it's fun.
It's gonna be a wacky stinker.
Have you seen it?
Not yet.
It's great. It's classic.
They
Big Next
they
one.
look awful, but it's fun film.
Oh, it looks awful. Next one I got from Big Lots, and it is The Haunting of Molly Hartley.
Molly Hartley.
Nice.
I've heard of this. I don't think I've seen it. And it doesn't have Ron Canada. I know that name, but aside from that, I don't really know anybody else in this movie.
Next is a shitty asylum movie with Christopher Atkins, 1 million BC.
They did this
Oh,
on,
I've seen that. I've seen that.
they did that on Red Letter Media.
Yeah.
That's
the-
the Asylum, I think.
Yeah. With the guy from they did it with the guy from Scream 6 or whatever. The guy you liked him in that episode, John, for Red Letter Media.
Dennis Quaid, Jack Quaid.
Jack Quaid, yeah.
Okay.
Dennis Quaid's son.
Yeah. I
Next
like Jack Quaid.
movie called Prank.
I own that one. Yeah.
Too far.
Yeah, oh wow, it's
Clown movie.
independent.
Here's another stinker, Category 7 with Randy Quaid and Shannon Doherty.
Speaking of Quaid, Randy Quaid.
Yeah, it's weird how these things are being brought up.
Shannon Doherty and Gina Gershon. Oh God. Rest in peace, Shannon. Shannon died this year too. Jesus.
That's a shame.
Robert Wagner's in this movie. James Brolin is in this movie.
What a shit fest.
Oh my God.
Robert Wagner's in there. Then we better investigate him for her death.
Yeah. He was in this, and oh my God. It looks like what? As a deadly category 6 or storm. Why does it say okay, so but man against man as an intensified category 7 approaches. All right.
Next is a particular stinker that I sought out and finally bought. It's a crappy vampire movie, but it's a crappy foreign vampire movie, and it's called Vampiro.
Vampiro.
Oh God.
Is he like a superhero or something?
Kind of like a Blade-ish kind of a thing, but if you remember the Brazilian vampire movie we did, I think it's going to be along
the tropical vampire one.
Yeah.
Oh God, terrible.
Next is another movie that I know is really bad, and it is The Monster Man.
The Monster Man. Okay,
I don't know that one.
Don't know that one either. Ooh, but it's got Jose Prendez. It's written and directed by him. Denise.
That my buddy Philip is actually on a film set today with that film director because they are friends And I just happen to have right here one of his movies,
Yeah, which one's that?
Oh, Exorcists.
Yeah.
which was pretty good.
Conrad Brooks is in this movie.
Yep.
Did you know that?
That's why I got it.
And Tom Savini and Linnea Quigley.
There you
What
go.
that?
I think
Okay.
it's his first film. Yeah.
We gotta do this
We
for Indie
definitely got to
Film
do it.
Cafe at some point because that looks awesome.
In fact, most of these we're going to have to do. This one is a movie that I had heard was bad. I never saw it, but it's got Olivia d'Abo in there, whom I
Oh.
absolutely adore.
Ooh.
And that is Midnight's Child. I don't know if you know that one.
I don't, but man, she is a honey.
Oh, she
Or at the time was, yeah.
still is.
That's
Conan the Destroyer, Bolero. I mean, even her sister from James Bond, Living Daylights, Miriam.
Good,
Okay.
good genes in that family.
Oh, and she's great. Man, does she look amazing in Bullies, a film I wish some boutique company would bring out.
Hmm.
She's amazing looking in that film. Great
Next,
poster, too.
we got an Ed Wood collection. Ed
God.
Wood's Baloo movies.
Ed Wood's The Undergraduate.
Yep. So The Undergraduate,
Oh, nice.
Sex, The Young Models, The Sex Spa, and what else?
It just says the word sex, the actual trailer.
Yeah. So these are all Ed Wood when he was in his alcoholic nudie porn movie era. So
You
sort of
like that?
depressing.
When you said
Hey.
barked, you like
Yeah.
that.
And then finally, from our buddy over in Roanoke, we got another movie from Charles E. Cullen, The Boogeyman.
The Boogeyman. This is
Don't
this is Charles. You would not know this guy. So I have to explain this. So when I was living in LA, I had introduced Paul to Dark Delicacies. And Paul loved Dark Delicacies. And one day I was there by myself, when Paul had left and gone home, and I was there and I saw a movie called The Mummy Cat, Curse of the Mummy Cat.
Oh, yeah. You guys have mentioned
Yeah.
Mummy Cat.
And
Yeah.
so I sent him a picture of it, and this other, I forgot what the other movie
I
was.
forget.
Yeah, there's another movie, and I sent him pictures of both, and Paul goes, "Okay, I bought them." So he went out and just bought those movies,
Just on the name alone.
just on the names alone. And I was like,
Yeah,
all right.
I did.
Now I hope they were cheaper than they were at Dark Delicacies, because unfortunately, the reason I did not buy my copies of them, there was almost $20 or something.
Yeah,
and
no,
I was
got
just
him
like,
cheaper.
I'm sorry, man. I DVDs. I try not to buy DVDs for less than
And
$10.
Mummy Cat was such a wonderful success as a terrible film. It was wonderful that I was like, okay, I'm buying more of this guy's movies, and I bought like 5 more movies because he's got a bunch of them.
So you bought 5 and then that one, so you have
Yep.
7 or so of them right now? 6? Jesus Christ.
So we're going to be doing more. The one I showed you, the second one, was pretty decent.
Yeah, that's right. We did do another one. We did
Mhm.
another one last year.
I think it was.
And it was what is it?
I forget the name of it.
It was a superhero one,
It
right?
was where they were fighting these different
But it
serial
was like a
killers.
really fucked up,
Yes, because
mean-spirited one.
that's what he does. He does weird, fucked up movies.
Yeah. That's pretty good.
And he's a former chicken farmer, so chickens end up in there somehow.
Yeah. If you're gonna be an ex-chicken farmer, you gotta bring your chickens.
Gotta bring your chickens.
I don't know. You're not farming, but you might as
So
well.
there you
put 'em in your
go.
movie.
Giving Charles E. Cullen some love.
There you go. Well, I guess that's it. That wraps it up for this month's haul for October. We'll be back in December for a brand new last one of the year, and then everything's changing after that in January. So
Yes, we're turning into penguins.
we are. So we're transitioning.
Transitioning into penguins.
Okay. I would think Paul would want to be a cow.
We would get to go into a lot of good important functions because that's like an automatic tuxedo.
Paul likes cows, but he doesn't want to be one because he wouldn't want to be eaten. No one
True.
eats a penguin.
True. I like
What about
that.
polar bears?
I just feel bad for them because they're
But
stupid.
they might eat penguins.
Yeah,
What about Eskimos? They may eat penguins.
I don't know. They might. I've never heard
I think
of somebody saying, "Do you want to try some penguin
I
today?"
think they eat puffins too.
No, because they're so cute.
They are. People eat them.
What
Oh,
about the Thing? The Thing might eat penguins because it's stuck in the Antarctic.
There you go. That's how the thing
Thing.
escapes. Becomes
Yeah.
a penguin
It's a penguin. The penguin's just wobbling around.
with tentacles.
Nobody's
coming
gonna
out.
bother a poor penguin, like, and then he goes,
Although I heard the new Penguin show is actually pretty good.
"What penguin?"
It is good. I like the first episode.
Oh, the Penguin on
Yeah.
HBO.
Critical Drinker really liked it.
Yeah. Well, so is that it? Like you get all your like you won't check out a show unless the critical drinker approves.
Mm-mm.
Just saying.
I do watch him, but I don't necessarily agree with him for everything. But he does bring up
This stuff is pretty right
a
on,
lot of the same
neurotic.
points that I bring.
A lot of these guys that work together, Critical Drinker, Nerdrotic, RK Outpost, Geeks and Gamers, they're pretty correct on their stuff. So,
Yeah.
What about what is the other guy that you like? I don't know if she just mentioned him, but what's the other guy that there's not just the critical drinker, there's a
I forget.
I don't know. There's another guy he likes.
Yeah, there's a few, and I take their review to heart, but I still go and see them and see them for themselves, unless it's something I pretty much know I'm not going to be interested in.
Yeah.
Jeremy Jans, that's another one.
Jeremy Johns, isn't that his name?
Johns, yeah, Johns. Jeremy Johns. That's so it's
Yeah, some backlash.
Did you ever, Jonathan, did you ever watch Agatha All Along?
No, not yet. I really don't. Other than for Aubrey Plaza, I have no interest.
I'd like to see the new Substance movie. I've heard good things about it.
That I've heard is excellent. Yeah.
Jen just wrote to me and said, oh my God, that movie sucked all the energy from me. They wrote all of us.
Should we tell them what we watched?
No, not yet, because it's a surprise.
Well, we'll tell them after the.
Yeah, we'll tell them after. Not during while we're doing the podcast.
Trust me, John, you got to buy it. When you see it, you're going to love it. You're going to want it.
No, you're not.
Guaranteed.
All right, everybody. I think that wraps it up. I hope you guys enjoyed this podcast. We'll be back in December.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.